Okay, so we got to start with your thoughts on the D-backs. How exciting is that for them to advance?
I mean, it's sometimes the team that gets hot at the right time is the ones that makes the magic happen. So I'm super excited for the organization, top to bottom, just great people over there. So Derek Hall, Mike Hazen, Ken Kendrick being the owner. It's just and then all the people down below that I still keep in touch with. It's couldn't be happier for that organization and for the city of Phoenix to be able to enjoy this journey of what they're doing. So embrace it. Fans need to get out and support them like they have been, but continue to do that because it's these rides don't come along very often, so you got to embrace them, enjoy them when they do.
And for your team specifically now, I mean, with practices under your belt and some scrimmages, what has really stood out to you so far as the season's gotten rolling?
Obviously the youth is promising, but they're youthful, right? We gotta coach them and get them honed in to where their talent shines through under tough situations, and that part of it's good. We got a lot of returning guys from a position player standpoint that they're going to have to lead us this year, which will be good. So a lot of promising things so far, but we're early. We got some work to do still, but as long as these guys continue to put the work ethic in that they have and improve, then we're going to be in good shape.
And with those returning players specifically that you mentioned, is there anything that you're really looking for those guys maybe to emerge as leaders, or some traits that will help this team?
Just continue going about things the right way. I think if you continue to preach and hammer those things home on how you do anything is how you do everything. Go about things the right way. All the little details matter. Continue to preach those things, and the guys that have been here start understanding what that means, and it just becomes the culture of how we do things around here. So that part of it's been good. As long as those guys, the older guys, continue to embrace that and move forward with it, then things are going in the right direction.
And on the pitching end, what have you seen from newcomers or freshmen so far that stood out to you?
A lot of promise. And there's we just have to fine tune some things. So a lot of good arms, guys that are balls coming out hot on a lot of things. Where they're throwing hard, but we got to fine tune some things and make sure they're working ahead in the count, understanding how to pitch, and not just throw. So those are the big things right now. Is the arms are good, and we just have to hone them in a little bit. And if they can do that, then things are promising for them.
And for you personally as a coach, just looking back to last year, what are some things that you think you can maybe build off of to improve the team overall this time around?
Just continuing to find ways to encourage them to finish the job. Obviously, the things didn't end the way we wanted it to a year ago, but part of that, the big part of that's on me. Is figuring out ways to motivate these guys through the finish line, and that's something that me being a coach, I got to look in the mirror and get better myself. So, always trying to fine tune my own self, like I'm asking them to fine tune what they're doing as well. So that's just part of the growing process.
And once again, comparing the start of last season to this season, have you noticed any different vibes or team chemistry aspects in the locker room thus far, or is it more or less the same kind of feel?
No, I think another year under the belt, I think these guys again are starting to understand my terminology, things that we're trying to coach into these guys. The guys, again, the returning guys understand it, and they're starting to hold the younger guys accountable. So it's starting to kind of build in that direction. End of the day, yeah, it's last year's group had a great bond together, and this year's group is no different. If anything, it's a step in the right direction, and they're getting it. The team chemistry part of it's been phenomenal so far.
My last question for you: what are you most excited for, just to see from this team as we head into the winter and start getting ready for the season next spring?
Opening night. It can't get here fast enough. I think we play Santa Clara, who's going to be a tough challenge. They're traditionally not known for baseball, but last year they were a postseason team that went to regionals and made some pretty good noise in the regionals, and they're returning just about everybody. So they're going to be tough here at home opening weekend, but February can't get here fast enough for me. I'm anxious to see these guys compete against somebody else, and that'll be the exciting part, to see how they respond when the lights come on.